very good evening. You're most welcome to Narcast News Bulletin for this evening. Today is the 6th of March 2025 and my name is Mercy Draru, the anchor for tonight. And without wasting any time, let's first take a look on the headlines making up the big stories for tonight.
Coming up in the news tonight, women rallied to vie for directly elected leadership positions. Nadi Catholic Diocese celebrates 115 years of Catholicism in northern Uganda. And stray fire victims in Germany receives non-food items. More of these details will come in the Narcast live at 7 p.m.
Welcome back from the headlines and moving straight to our stories, and we are beginning it in our city. Prior to the International Women's Day and the 2026 general elections, women living in the country have been rallied and asked to compete with men for the directly elected leadership positions. This call was made by a number of stakeholders during a hard talk breakfast meeting organized by Care International in Arua City, ahead of the International Women's Day celebration slated for the 8th of March 2025. Farish Majid reports.
Prior to the International Women's Day celebrations and the 2026 general elections, women living in the country have been rallied to join in the competition with men for the directly elected leadership positions. This comes at a time where positions like the Local Council 3, 5 and constituency representative positions, among others, have for long been dominated by the men despite women as well qualifying for such leadership roles. This call was made by a number of stakeholders during a hard talk breakfast meeting organized by Care International in Arua City ahead of the International Women's Day celebrations slated for 8th March 2025.
When you look at positions like LC 5, LC 3, most of these positions are taken by who? By men. And yet women are supposed to be there. They're supposed to also contest with these men and they take up the space. I only saw one from Chiradongo district. The chairperson of Chiradongo is a lady, meaning women can do much, but the challenge that they are facing or they having is only fair to contest with the men.
More women are participating in political processes and holding leadership positions. The number of women in national parliaments has doubled more than since 1995. A typical example is our affirmative action in process. And we have live examples in the house here.
Oroma Glory, an activist and a politician vying for the Zombo District Woman Member of Parliament seat, cites negative perception by the society as factor affecting women leaders to be voted for the directly elected positions.
Now in our area, an example, we have Honorable Grace Kuchwin, who is coming to take on the leadership seat for Ora constituency. Okay? Now, the community believes women are only assigned to be as women MPs. They're not supposed to come and take on the leadership for the direct membership of parliament. It is a problem. And I'm telling you right now, she's struggling to make the community to understand that even as women who qualify, we are supposed to take on the mantle. But you find somebody asking, why did you leave your fellow women? Are you putting on a trouser? You see how funny questions begin to come.
Relatedly, Aikoru Sunday, the Vice Local Council 5 chairperson for Terego District, raised concern over the commercialization of politics in the country as a factor likely to bar many women from competing with the men.
The positions are there. You either go for women MP, you either go for constituents MP, or you come direct, you stand with the LC5 chairman. You can even stand as the LC3 chairperson of that sub-county. A woman can stand. Even direct elected councillor, women can stand. There's no position which is rigid for us to stand. Our challenge is commercialization of the politics. Politics has become too commercialized. When you don't have money, you know, some people have been keeping their money. They know 2026 is coming. That is the time for them to be dishing out the money. Elect me because of money. But when we change the mindset of the voters, time will come, they will refuse those with the money.
Patricia Avako, the head of Arua sub-office with Care International, who also works as the women voice and leadership advisor, rallied fellow women on unity so as to realize a success in the bid.
One thing that came out vividly in the breakfast meeting today was about the pull her down mentality. That is very wrong. Women, we need sisterhood in this space. We need to hold each other's hand. We need to achieve together. We need to celebrate together the wins that we have had over the many years that we're in this space. So for me, I'm calling out the women, the men, boys and girls, and the different stakeholders and partners who are in this journey to come together to achieve together.
The world will celebrate the International Women's Day on 8th March 2025 with the theme Accelerate Action calls for rapid advancements in gender equality to honor achievements of the women. Mercy Draru, Farish Majid, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
Welcome back from that story and moving to Nebi district. Hundreds of Catholic faithful from Gulu Ecclesiastical Province today, 6 March 2025, swarmed Omach Catholic Chapel in Pakwach Parish to celebrate 115 years of Catholicism in northern Uganda. Alfred Jawok reports.
Hundreds of Catholic faithful from Gulu Ecclesiastical Province have on Thursday, 6th March 2025, thronged Omach Catholic Chapel in Pakwach Catholic Parish to celebrate 115 years of Catholicism in northern Uganda. The celebrations, which started in March 2010, a century after the Comboni missionaries first set foot in northern Uganda, on December 17, 1910, at Pakoba on the eastern bank of the Albert Nile, then inhabited by the native Jonam. His Grace Raphael Pomonyo Kurach, Archbishop Gulu Archdiocese, says the Comboni missionaries used Pakwach, that falls under present-day Nebi Catholic Diocese, as the launching pad for the spread of Catholicism in northern Uganda.
We have moments of adoration. We have moments of praying through Mary. We have moments to ask these matters, Gilles Leroy and Dawood Okelo, to intercede for us. And especially now that we are in Lent, the way of the cross, to help us also be devoted to the Holy Cross of Jesus.
Catherine Nakuma Venjina, chairperson Ganal Kampala, said the missionaries extended their tentacles to Gulu in 1911, Arua in 1912, and Lira in 1915. She said celebrating such days is vital in Catholic Church.
Our new bishop, now Ganal is complete. And I want to thank His Grace Archbishop Hodama, together with our bishops who founded Ganal. Ganal is grow old, new, alive and in love. And that is what Ganal means. So the young ones and the old ones are all growing together in love. We thank you very much.
Robert Omitostin, Pakwach District Chairperson, told the congregation that they have launched a drive to raise 250 million shillings to renovate the historic Pakwach Catholic Church and build a parish hall.
Lower the church to conceptualize so that we engage government. At this particular juncture for us, what we have tried, like the opening of the road that you see now, is to make this site visible. And in the few past months, when the
missionaries, Bishop Xavier Gea, Father Albino and Brother Augustus, were received by Ruotomach of Paroketo, who introduced them to his people. The Comboni missionaries stayed in Pakwach till 1989, when they handed over the parish to the Congregation of the Apostles of Jesus. Alfred Jawok, Camilla Stansha, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
Welcome back from that story, and moving to Jumani District, Uganda Red Cross Society, together with OPM, that is the Office of Prime Minister, have distributed non-food items to fire victims as aid for emergency. Last month, a fire broke into sub-counties of Njaipi, Itirikwa, Ofwa and Sifro, destroying houses and food items, leaving dozens homeless. Onjima Allen reports.
Uganda Red Cross with Office of the Prime Minister has fully distributed non-food items to fire victims as aid for emergency. Last month, stray fire broke into sub-counties of Njaipi, Itirikwa, Ofwa and Sifro, destroying houses and food crops, leaving dozens homeless. Items such as jerrycans, lighters, utensils, carpets and among others were donated to over 60 victims from these sub-counties. During the exercise, Moriko Stella, the branch manager, Red Cross Adjumani branch, on the 5th of March 2025 at their office in Adjumani said, through the partnership with OPM, they are able to secure non-food items for victims of wildfire covering county of Njaipi, Itirikwa, Ofwa and Sifro respectively.
At the moment, we were able to lobby and bring this non-food item because we felt this is the immediate support they would need. We have young children who cannot sleep outside with nets, without mosquito bites, and we have even the elderly, among others. We thought the first support that we could give them is the non-food item to support them, the basics of the life. I know crops and other things were destroyed, but where our hands could reach are these.
She further said the donation was initiated as an immediate support to protect the family and provide urgent needs.
It's true that we had incidents of wildfire outbreak in Adjumani, which affected the sub-counties of Chicago, Ofua and Njaipi. However, most sub-counties may be prone to this same disaster. We tried as Red Cross and the government to intervene together with the district officials and with the partnership of OPM. We tried to secure non-food items to support these victims.
Ajiga Peter, a victim, applauded Red Cross for the relief donation, adding that it's a step for them as they begin new progression.
I actually appreciate the intervention of the Red Cross when an incident of some people who stayed in the home and burned 17 cluster houses and 2 community houses. So we are left in the lake. All the properties and foodstuffs were burned, including clothing.
Chandigarh Patrick, a victim, applauded Red Cross and OPM for the support.
What has happened is already past, so I should get to know where to be supported. So he's going to link up me with the LWF, and after our communication with him, I've captured the evidence which has the house which has got burned. Thereafter I sent the photos, including my photos plus what the incident happened. I sent to his workshop fund.
Adjumani district every year during dry spell. Chandigarh Patrick, a victim, applauded Red Cross and OPM for the support.
What has happened is already past, so I should get to.
Year during dry spell is faced by stray fire causing losses to the communities. Masidraru, Onjima Allen, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
Still moving on, Springs Primary School in Arua City went into polls to cast their votes into general elections of prefects for the school to ease work for the smooth running of school activities, with the aim of impacting the pupils with leadership skills and build prefecture body for the school. Asara Charity reports.
Springs Primary School in Arua City today, 5th March of 2025, had its general election of prefects for the school to ease the work for the smooth running of school activities. This was done through conducting a free and fair election by the learners by casting their votes for the candidates of their choice in the different positions, starting with the head of prefect, head boy and the head girl, academic prefect, health prefect, among others. Karuja Ismail Mugangwa encourages the schools to carry out a democratic election, to have a free and fair elections, to exercise democracy in their institutions in future, to become leaders to promote peace and unity.
Today, we are carrying out general elections of our prefects. Why are we carrying out these general elections of our prefects? We are trying to promote what we call democracy in Uganda, and particularly in our primary schools. As you all know, all the public knows that in Uganda here, general elections, people who are entitled to carry out general elections are above 18 years. But now, as the primary schools, we have children who are below 18 years, so we cannot leave them out. That's why we always carry out general elections in the primary schools, so that they can also exercise their democracy through electing their leaders.
Meanwhile, the head teacher encourages the learners to take this practice serious in order to impact democracy in them.
So is part of our activities to mentor learners and give them opportunities to practice leadership, and it is something which we do routinely, and every year new leaders come and the others become mentors of the new ones to come, because it is not only from us as a staff, but also among the children, they mentor themselves.
On the other hand, Etoma Geoffrey asks the learners to be holy in this fasting period, which has started with Ash Wednesday, and elect good leaders.
Every year we carry out elections of prefects, and I think our schedule for particularly this year concerns with the Ash Wednesday, and which is a program also, because this is a program where children are also in school, so they have to attend to the spiritual part of it, but the exercise of elections is just part of the activity where class goes maybe to their polling station and tick the ballot and then go to their classes. So it's an organized activity for which they are going for. There's a team that is managing these elections. I think the programs and arrangements of the elections is entirely in their hands. But as a school, we make sure that these activities is given a support, because it's a very important way of teaching children.
Shara Charit reporting for West Nile TV, Nilecast.
Maybe to their polling station and tick the ballot and then go to their classes. So it's an organized activity for which they are going for. There's a team that... And
welcome back from that story. Looking into sports in West Nile region, Odramachaku edged Koboko Rising Stars by a goal to nil. That is a game that was played yesterday, the 5th of March 2025 at Divine Palace, where Odramachaku has gone with 6 points already, and Oraku Benson Pastore was in the pitch. Take a look.
Odramachaku Central Football Club edged Koboko Rising Stars by a goal to nil to extend the lead on top to 6 points. The tense encounter at Divine Palace did see first turns of the game end in a barren draw before the second half volley that sealed the 3 vital points for the Hippos, moving them 6 points clear on top of the log. The assistant coach for Odramachaku Central Football Club and man of the match have shared their gratitude after the vital win.
By name, so I'm called Gift Simon, common known as Otabu Vegas, the assistant coach of Odramachaku FC. despite our coach being red carded in the last game at Koboko against the Koboko Kotiaban, we managed to win today's game. So I want to encourage the fans with the moral boosting they have given us today. It was just through the fans that we won the game. After without them, we could not have won this. It was because of the moral boosting that gave us the intensity to win the game. So I'm hopeful our next game will be against Nyangelia at the Divine Palace here. And I encourage all the fans to be here available to moral boost us. Despite all amid this, we have injuries, but we thank God through we have gone and we won the game, and it has motivated us a lot. I know next time when any team comes here, this is slaughtering home.
I'm called Lema Dixon, a forward player putting on Sat 11 for Ramachako FC. Tactically, we actually prepared for this game. All along, we have been seeing a way of winning this game. We had the point difference of 3 with the Koboko Rising Star. So all in all, we had put in our plan. We want to approach this game very well, and we get the 3 points so that we make the point difference to be 6. Actually, we did it, and we got a victory, and we won the game. So about the opposition was very fair. The referees, they tried their best. They offsetted the game very well. Even the opponent team, they were not so much. They were not actually annoyed of the opposition because it was just our luck. Though it was a narrow win, but it was just our luck.
Meanwhile, the team captain for Koboko Rising Stars says it was a brilliant game in the pitch, only that the luck wasn't on their side.
My name is Lemeriga Lowell, the captain of Koboko Rising Stars. The game was not bad. The game was okay. The luck was not on our side. That's why they managed to win the game. So we focus into the next fixture.
The win leaves the Hippos on top in NILE zone with 29 points and shall next host the Nyangelia Super Eagles on Sunday again at Divine Palace. Oraku Benson Pastore, reporting for Western Nile Television, Nileka Sports.
And with that story, we have come to the end of our Nilecast News Bulletin for this evening. And my name has been Mercy Daru, the anchor for this evening. And from me to you, I want to wish you a blessed good night.